push your buttons, causing your heart to beat fast, your jaw to clench, and your thoughts to run wild. I'm all too familiar with the feeling of anger. I once got angry during a hockey game, but not because of the actions, but because I was frustrated with myself in that moment and the teammates around me. Instead of calming down, I escalated the situation by becoming more frustrated with myself and the people around me, making me realize that anger is not actually the problem, but uncontrolled anger is the problem. We need to understand that anger is a normal human emotion. And according to the theory of emotional intelligence, emotions are data, they are not instructions. They give us a look into our values, and when we usually get angry, it's in response to something that threatens something that we care about or something that we love. The key point in this whole thing is not to avoid getting angry or avoid the emotion of anger, but is to look at how to deal with the anger and how to regulate the anger and also control the emotion of anger. Unfortunately, there are costs to unmanaged anger. When we get angry, we usually say things or do things that we'll later regret. It could damage our relationships, it clouds our judgments, and it could also raise our stress levels. It is also shown that uncontrolled anger could raise our high blood levels and also reduce our mental clarity. In the workplace or in a team environment, uncontrolled anger could damage relationships with teammates, bring the team spirit down. We are now going to look at the power of emotional intelligence. How do we manage our anger effectively? And this all has to do with having emotional intelligence, which is understanding, managing, and recognizing our own emotions as well as the emotions of others. We're also going to look at Daniel Goleman's framework into breaking these into 5 areas. We start off with self-awareness. This is when you realize when your anger is starting to rise. And secondly, we look at self-regulation, how you choose to react or manage your own anger. The third point is motivation. How do you take the anger that you have and develop it into energy to improve your performance or the situation? Number 4, we look at empathy, how we can use this anger to understand others and put ourselves in other people's shoes in order to lessen the severity of the situation. And the last point is social skills, looking at how we can resolve the situation using effective communication within this conflict. When we look at these 5 points, we can see different areas of skills where we can strengthen in order to manage our anger and resolve conflict effectively. I am now going to give you guys a few tools to help you manage anger. The first one is to pause and breathe. When you get angry, take a moment to take a breath in and take a breath out quite a few times in order to regulate your nervous system. Secondly, reflect, don't react. Ask yourself, why am I angry and what value is being challenged in this moment of anger? Thirdly, channel the energy. Take the emotion of anger and use it to do some physical activity in order to release the emotion of anger. These tools don't help you to avoid the anger, but rather they help you to own the anger and manage it effectively. When we understand the feeling and emotion of anger, it can teach us quite a few things. The key of using the energy that anger comes with is to use it with intention and awareness, not impulsively. Having anger can also push us to fight for ourselves, fight for what is right, and also to set healthy boundaries with people around us, in the workplace, or in the team environment. So, the next time you feel angry, don't sit and sulk in your anger. Rather, pause, breathe, and take a second to reflect on yourself. Ask yourself and tell yourself a few things. This emotion is trying to teach me something. Use it as a moment to grow, better yourself, and have a positive impact on other people's lives. Thank you.